Apart from his spiritual training, the monkey also swept the floor, dug the vegetable patch, grew flowers, tended the trees, fetched the kindling, lit the flower, carried water, chopped wood. He worked really, really hard. Every 3 days, the Monkey King and the other disciples practiced with swords, spears, knives, and cudgels. He was the best of them. Several years slipped by in the cave this way without him even noticing. One day, the patriarch took his seat on the dais and began to explain the great way. As Monkey King sat at the table, listening, he was so delighted he tugged at his ear, scratched his cheek, and smiled. When Patriarch noticed this, he said to Monkey, "Why don't you listen to me quietly?" "I have been listening to you what you're saying with all my attention," Monkey replied, "but your marvelous words made me so happy, I started to move around without even realizing I was doing. Please forgive me." The patriarch asked, "How long have you been in my cave?" "I have no idea," Monkey replied. "All I know was that when I'm sent out to collect firewood, I go to the other side of the mountain and have had 7 good feeds of peaches there." Then the patriarch said, "If you have eaten there 7 times, you must have been here 7 years. What sort of way do you want to learn from me?" "That depends on what you want to teach me, master. Your disciple will learn anything as long as there's a whiff of a way to it." The patriarch said, "What about teaching you the way of magic arts?" "The magic arts include summoning immortals, fortune telling, and divination. You can use them to make good things happen and prevent bad ones." "That can't help me to become immortal, so I won't learn it," Sun Wukong replied. "Shall I teach you the way of silence?" The patriarch asked. "That's not the way to become an immortal either, so I won't learn how to be silent," Monkey replied. When the patriarch heard this, he lost his temper, climbed down from his dais, and, pointing at Sun Wukong with his cane, he said, "You won't study this, and you won't study that, so what do you want, you monkey?" He went over to Monkey and hit him 3 times on the head and went inside with his hands behind his back. He shut the main door, leaving them all. The class was shocked. They were all cross with Sun Wukong. "You cheeky ape, you've no idea how to behave. The master was teaching you the way, so why did you have to argue with him instead of learning from him?" But Sun Wukong was not bothered in the least, and his face was covered with smiles. Back in his room, the monkey took his seat and waited impatiently for the night to come. When it was about the 3rd watch or midnight, and all the others were sound asleep, Monkey slipped out and tiptoed to the back of the door, where he found a jar. He was delighted. Monkey walked to the patriarch's bedroom, where he saw the patriarch lying half asleep. Not daring to disturb him, Sun Wukong knelt in front of the bed. Before long, the patriarch woke up and shouted, "What are you here for, Wukong?" Monkey replied, "Master, when you hit me 3 times, that meant to come at the 3rd watch. And when you went inside with your hands behind your back and shut the main door, that told me to go in through the back door for you to teach me the way in secret. So I've come, and I've been kneeling here for a long time." The patriarch was very pleased to hear this and realized this monkey was indeed exceptional. "Well, since you understood my hidden message, come over here and listen carefully while I teach you the miraculous way of immortality." Afterwards, every night at the 3rd watch, Master came into the cave to learn the way from the patriarch, and went back to his bed before dawn without the others knowing. After 3 years had passed in this way, Monkey had learned from his master the 72 transformations.